Let's review some crucial aspects of inheritance in this video. We have a class that I refer to as the base class here. And there are a couple of other classes, and I call them derived classes because they are inheriting, they are in Java terminology extending this so-called base class. This could also be called a superclass. So we will use the word base class or superclass. And these are derived classes or subclasses. The base class can have its own attributes and methods, and so do the subclasses. So for example, let's see this class called product. It has a few attributes, fields. One is the company that produces the product. The second one is the price of the product. And this is the quantity sold for the product. So you create a product like this, passing the company name and price. Those are stored in these fields. Then whenever the product is sold, we increment quantity, we can change the price. There is a toString method. So that is the product class. We can have a special type of product, let's call television products. So public class television extends product. This is the Java way of inheriting from a class. So product is a class, television is a class, right? Product is a class. So when you have inheritance through from a class, you write extends. Then what happens is, essentially, the television object, if you create a television object, it will have all the attributes of product. All the public methods are inherited here. So every television object will have a sell method, a set price method, and its toString method will be this unless it is, or unless any of this is overridden. So I have overridden the toString method. We will get to that in a second. Let's look at the constructor for television. I know that a television has a company name, a price, and a quantity sold. So, and a model now. So it has all the three attributes or fields of product plus the model. So I am passing the model, manufacturer, and price of the television to the television constructor. The first thing that you have to do within the constructor of a class is to call the superclasses constructor. And you do it like this: super, and then pass the proper attributes. If you look here, the superclass product requires a string and a price, and they better be the company name and the price. And I have the company name, the manufacturer, and the price, so I pass those two things. I could have passed the model here, but that wouldn't make any sense. Java will take it, but it will not be correct. But if I put price comma price or something, then price is not a string, so this superclass constructor call will not be compiled. After you have called the superclasses constructor, the model field is initialized. So this dot model is taking the value of the parameter model. And look at the string method, toString method. I'm calling the superclasses toString method, which is over here, which will return the company name, this entire string, price, quantity sold, and so on. And attached to that, this string model followed by the model name. So this is an override of toString. So the toString for television would be this. But the sell method and set price methods are whatever they are in the product class. So these are the two methods in the product class. It is as if those methods are present here. You can inherit from an interface. Suppose you have public interface I, and then we have some methods or whatever declared here. You could have static fields, right? You can implement that interface like this. Public class A implements I, and then you need to implement all the methods of I over here. You can write public class B implements I and write all the methods of B here. You can create an A object and then store it as an I object. You can create a B object and store it as an I object. Because A inherits the type I, B inherits the type I. And notice that whenever you implement an interface, you have to write the word implements. You don't write extends. And you can actually have an interface extend an interface or multiple interfaces. So you can have an interface extending any number of interfaces, but a class can extend only one other class.